Yo, what's up guys, it's Master Sufficient here, and today we're going to be going over some classes that I use in Arena that help me out and help me, level up a lot more. So, if we go into it and we're going to start off with my Hardpoint classes. Now, first class I use is VMP with Quick Draw, Grip, and Long Barrel. Now, these are personally my favorite attachments on this gun since it benefits the gun, in my opinion, the best for my playstyle. And for most people too. I see a lot of people using this, and this is kind of like a basic setup that you would use, so I really recommend it. If we go into our tacticals and lethals, I don't use lethals at all. I just, I'm not really good at heading nades. If you are, then I may suggest putting one nade and one concussion, but I like to use two concussions. Now, most of the time it gets banned in Arena, or well, a lot of the time at least. So if you can't use concussions, I would switch over to flashbang, or if you're trying to run anchor or slayer or something, I would switch over to trophy systems so you can throw it in for your OBJ. But that's just my opinion. And if we go over to our perks, flat jacket is a must-have. Getting all those nades, especially if you're playing OBJ, it's not too important if you're playing anchor or slayer, sitting outside the hardpoint trying to kill the people that are trying to get in. But most of the time I like to run this, and I feel like it's just really good for my class setup. Next we have fast hands, just basic, allows you to get first shot on the person a lot more, getting more kills. You always want to be faster than your opponent, so you're able to kill them more efficiently. And then we got tactical mask, which a lot of concussions that I use get thrown into there too, and so you always want to be able to not get hit yourself but hit other people, so I use tac mask. And if we go into our second class, same exact thing, except I'm not running any tacs this time. I'm running 4 attachments on the Razorback using quick draw, long barrel, grip, and fast mag. Now, there's really no reason too much why I use fast mag. I just I like to jump into the hardpoint with this class and kind of slay up people, and sometimes when I run out of ammo I gotta reload to be able to get that 4-piece or 3-piece of the people sitting in there, try to carry my team and clear out the hardpoint. But other than that, I use the same exact perks for the same exact reasons. And yeah, we move over to the last hardpoint class. I got my M8. This is basically my anchor class that I like to use. I think I uploaded a gameplay with this class. I don't know if it was exactly like this. I kind of switched it up. I put a secondary on here. Now, you can really use whatever secondary you want. I just use the RK5 because I feel like it's the best. But you can switch it over to an LCAR. Now, I don't really recommend the MR6 now. I mean, I haven't really used it yet. I don't know if it's good, but it got nerfed in the latest patch, or one of the earliest patches. But I like the RK5 now, and I feel like it's really strong. It's kind of like the B23R from Black Ops 2. And yeah, RK5 or LCAR is probably your best option you have here. Wouldn't recommend anything else, but yeah. Now if we go over to the Uplink and capture the flight classes, I basically use some of my hardpoint classes for that same game type, since I kind of use the same classes for respawn. The only thing I have different in this is basically the same as the first class that I showed you guys, but this time it has Afterburner, which allows you to go around the map faster and slide and kind of do your little thruster jumps and boost, and it's really good, especially for outplaying people. If you have a bunch of boosts and stuff, you can really outplay people and get the upper hand on them, and even get cool 2 pieces or 3 pieces, and you can run back to the flag, get the uplink, hop in there, get 2 points instead of always having to throw it over a building or something and pray that you made it. So that's why I like to use Afterburner a lot. But same perks, same attachments, same gun, and same concussions. Same thing with the concussions. If you don't have them, you could run EMP, because I know a lot of people like to throw trophy systems on there on the flag. So one person would run EMP, and then you would have your teammates running flash or smoke, or I don't know, maybe even nades too, if you want to get picks on people that are sitting in the back of the map. But yeah. And now my S&D classes, I'm not an S&D star or anything, but these are the classes that I feel like fit me the best, or fit my playstyle at least, and it should fit a lot of other people's playstyle too. I see a lot of people running the same thing as me. But yeah, we go in with the M8. M8 is probably my favorite gun that I get to use in this game actually. but especially in Search and Destroy, I use the M8 a ton. So reflex sight, I like it more than elo, just my opinion. Quick draw, stock, you need to be able to move down on your sight to be able to pick people off, and it just feels more comfortable too. You get to feel faster and more efficient. And then long barrel, because of like playing on maps like Redwood and stuff, you need, getting increased range allows you to kill the enemy faster at a longer distance, so that helps a lot. Also using fast hands, just get an upper hand. You need to win these gunfights. You only have one life in Search and Destroy, so that's why I think it's so important. And blast suppressor, I like to jump around the map. Some people don't use this. You could switch it out for like a perk 1 or maybe a secondary or something, instead of having perk 3 greed and blast suppressor. But then dead silence, must have every single class. You can't go out with this. People like to sound whore all the time, especially people that use awareness. They can still kind of hear you even if you're using dead silence, so that becomes a problem too, especially when you get higher up. Now I'm only rank 7 in arena, so I'm not super high, but using dead silence is always what you have to do. If we go into our second class for Search and Destroy, I use the Man of War. I like this class a lot. I just like the Man of War in general. Kind of like an ACR, but a little bit nerfed, I think. Kind of underrated sometimes. I don't see too many people using Man of Wars and Search and Destroy, mainly because they use a VMP and M8, which I guess those are two of the strongest guns in the game, so it's really important. But I like to run grip instead of long barrel on this class, just because Man of War sometimes can spike up and have those recoil patterns that are just really odd, so that helps a lot. But then same perks and same attachments from other than that. And then for our third class for S&D, we got the VMP. Same basic attachments that I always use, but this time I got 4 perks. I got Afterburner, Fast Hands, Dead Silence, and Blast Suppressor. Now the reason why I have Afterburner on this class for S&D is when I use a sub, I like to get, this is kind of like a rush. I don't really use this too much on defensive side, but on the offensive side, when I need to get into places like Redwood and kind of like on the A-bomb area, I need to protect that building, and so I'm not gonna, I don't need any range. It's a lot better to have a sub there, so that's why I prefer to use this on. I don't really use too much. I don't really use subs in S&D that much, but this is a good class to have, just as a backup. And then this is my last class. I'm pretty trash at sniping, so too often I won't run this. I'll only run this on maps like Infection, where it's very kind of foggy and snowy and stuff, so it's kind of harder to see your opponent sometime. That's why I like to use thermal. If you have one of these black market things, I don't really prefer this. It just looks odd to me, the default. So if you could get one of these things, I think it looks a lot cooler and easier to, it helps me hit my shots too, so it's good. FMJ, it's not really key, but I like to use it to wallbang people where I know they are. So if they're sitting top church and I'm at grandma's or 2-story, whatever you like to call that building, I can shoot them through the wall if I saw them peek their head. So yeah, and then I always have my VMP or any other gun as a secondary to rush in and try to kill people if they ever plant the bomb. And it's just really important. Grip, I feel like grip is the most must-have attachment on the VMP, since the VMP does spike up a lot of recoil sometimes. That's just my opinion, but you could trade it out for quick draw or long barrel or whatever you would like. Not anything like stock or laser sight. I don't think you should trade that out for it, but yeah. Then we got the same perks, no lethal, no tactical, but pretty basic stuff. And if we move into the last part, which is our specialist, I use overdrive a lot. If it's banned, which is usually banned in game modes like Uplink and Capture the Flag, not too often of Search and Destroy and Hardpoint, at least of what I've seen, but I like to use it most of the time. Any specialist, I would just pick specialist according to your play style or however you want to play or what you're doing for your team and where you have to be on the map and stuff. that overdrive is just one of the most recommended that I use because I like to get into positions before other people. Helps me get upper hands on people. That's why I use it in S&D. I don't see too many people use overdrive except me in S&D, but I like to run up close so I can get a pick, and they won't expect me to be there because they'll think that, oh, it'll take a couple of seconds for this guy to get into a place, when in reality I actually have overdrive and I can just fly right on in and get in that spot. So that's why I use overdrive. Glitch, I use glitch a lot too, especially in S&D. Well, mainly S&D only, because it allows you to restart and go back if you ever fuck something up. Or you can try to make amazing plays too. When you just killed someone, you're getting shot in the back in S&D, you glitch behind them and you kill that guy and end up saving your team another round that they have to try to win back. But that's why I like glitch. And then another one is active camo. You can use that a lot in S&D. Active camo in this game I feel is really good. It's really hard to see the person. You can kind of see the person, especially if you're sitting in a corner or something with active camo and you're not moving. Then it's really hard for them to see you, and you can just pick them off really easily. It's kind of a douchey move, but it doesn't really matter. You're trying to win your game for yourself, so nothing's douchey really. And then psychosis, you can use that in S&D too. It just confuses the enemy. You're able to make plays and stuff. If you can manipulate yourself to look like your other clones, that will help so much for winning gunfights and being in a 2v1 situation and try to kill both of them just by yourself when they're both shooting at you. So that's what psychosis is made for, and I feel like it really helps in that category. But other than that, score streak's basically the same. I always keep it like this. You can change it to HCXD when you're playing search. I don't ever use dart. It's hard to control and maneuver around the map with. Guardian's okay, but it only faces one way really. Meanwhile, when you have hardened sentry, I know it's more points, but if you can get your hardened sentry, it can just kill the enemy a lot quicker, and plus it can maneuver and go side to side to be able to pick off enemies in different directions too, instead of right down the middle. And then I just use lightning strike and hellstorm for things like clearing people off the map or on the hard point, or if someone's about to score a flag that they just took and I have a teammate running up but he's not fast enough to catch up to them, then I like to call these in to stop that and delay the time so he can get in and get that stuff. Now if you're really going to destroy, if you get into a lobby with a bunch of rank 1s and you're like rank 15 or something, and that you're gonna have a really easy time winning through this game, if you're playing something like actually any game mode really except search, I would run Wraith too. I've gotten a couple of Wraiths. I've even gotten some in search before, but usually those are just in scrims. But Wraith is a backup option just if you're able to get it consistently, or you're actually able to get it every single time. Same with Cerberus too, if you want something a little bit less. But I would only use Cerberus in Hardpoint, not in Capture the Flag and Uplink, since I think Wraith is, in the sky, it's a lot easier to pick off people that are taking your stuff and defend your base than Cerberus is, because sometimes people can maneuver around the rockets. I know I can too. I can just jump over a rocket that it shoots at me and still capture the flag before it even kills me. But yeah, those are my class setups, my specialists, my score streaks. I hope you enjoy. Please leave a like, rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be uploading a lot more content in the future, so stay tuned and peace. I'm out.